What's up guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing great. Really excited for today's video because ever since I've owned this 4runner, I've had a very minor leak, like very minor. And I always thought that it was coming from the rear main seal and I really wasn't looking forward to ever fixing that. And I'm pretty sure, 99% sure that I figured out where the leak is coming from and it's not the rear main and it's a really easy fix. So I'm excited to share this with you guys. And this thing is very deceiving because it makes it look like it could be leaking from a few different places, but really it's a really minor thing. So let's get under the truck and I'll show you. All right guys, so as you can see, there's so much grease and gunk down here. So I'm really looking forward to getting this cleaned up and getting it fixed once and for all. So I'm pretty sure the leak is coming from that thing right there, which is the oil cooler. Okay, now, by the way, my front diff is off because you may have seen from my previous couple of videos that I'm getting the gears done. It's getting re-geared. You don't have to actually take the diff off for this job. It's just I have it off, so it gives me a lot more room to work. But yeah, as you can see, this is my oil pan here. It's covered in grease, so I thought that either my oil pan is leaking or my rear main, because you can kind of see right there, there's a drip. And that's where it was leaking, and I thought, oh man, like I really hope it's not the rear main. But I think what's happening is that oil cooler is leaking, it's seeping down onto the oil pan, and then it's just kind of making its way around all over the place and making a big mess. So just for reference, that's my oil filter right there, and right next to it is the oil cooler, okay? And all you need to do for this job is, first of all, you need to drain your oil. So you're gonna kind of do an oil change while you're at it. But as for the oil cooler, it's literally just that one bolt that needs to come off, and then that whole assembly comes off, one gasket inside, and then one washer seal. So let's go and look at the parts and then we'll get started. All right guys, so for the parts, these are the only two things you need. So one gasket and then this washer seal here. I'll link everything in the description below, but this one I ordered from Rock Auto. And then this one I ended up getting it directly from Toyota. I should have just got this from Toyota as well, but I ordered this one first from Rock Auto, and then they didn't have this one, so then I ended up calling Toyota. But anyway, I'll link this in the description below. So let's go ahead and get the oil drained, and then we'll start on the cooler. Okay, so since I have to do an oil change anyway, I figured I would just show you guys how easy my oil changes are. So this thing right here, this thing's called a Fumoto valve. I'll link this as well. But this basically replaces your drain plug, and all I have to do now is just grab a hose like this and a empty container. Okay, there's this little safety clip that comes off. I can connect my hose right onto this thing here, like so. Okay, and I don't even need a drain pan anymore. I can just put this directly into my empty can. And then there's a little lever here that you turn. And as you can see, there goes my oil. Nice and easy. So I'll just wait for that to drain, and then we can start on the oil cooler. All right guys, so I've drained all the oil and there it is. So I got my socket on there. I'm using a 15/16 socket, and I already got it cracked. So I'm just gonna go ahead and loosen it. Oh. All right, so I got it pretty loose there. It's leaking, so I'm just gonna let this sit for a little bit, maybe 5-10 minutes, let it drain, and then we'll get it off. Okay, so you can kind of see this right here is the gasket. So I'm just using this little pick to get it all out. And you can kind of see like part of the gasket right here is missing. So it was actually stuck on that end there. So I just had to scrape that off. So yeah, just gonna get this gasket out and put the new one in, and then we'll get everything cleaned up. I'm gonna clean everything here. I'm gonna spray brake clean and degreaser just everywhere. Get it all cleaned up, and then we'll get the new one in. All right guys, so I got everything cleaned up. So this is the bolt with the old washer seal. So we can go ahead and put the new one on. Like that. As you can see, it's not perfect, but it's much cleaner than it was before. If you're wondering how I cleaned it, all I did was just scrape off all the thick gunk and then just sprayed a bunch of degreaser. and just wiped it with a bunch of rags. So that right there is the new gasket I've already put on. And the bolt is ready, so we're gonna just get it all put back together. All right guys, so I'm all done. I put it all back together. That bolt there, the torque spec on that is 43 foot-pounds. All right, so yeah, I'll keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't keep leaking. All right guys, that's it for this video. I hope this helps you out. I'm gonna put some oil in it, and then once I have the truck all back together, once I'm done with my gears and everything else that I'm doing, I'll go for a drive and I'll keep an eye on it, make sure that the leak doesn't come back, and hopefully that's that. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.